AI is no longer just a tool, it's actively making decisions that impact people's lives. From hiring candidates to approving loans and even supporting medical diagnoses, AI is everywhere. But here's the real concern: can you actually trust these decisions? What if the AI is biased, or worse, making decisions you can't even explain? In many organizations, AI is being deployed faster than the risks are understood, and that's where things start to break. In this video, I'm going to simplify AI risk for you, what it really means, the types of risks you should care about, and how organizations are starting to manage it in a structured way. By the end of this video, you'll have a very clear understanding of AI risk, even if you're not from a technical background. We'll start by defining what AI risk actually means in simple terms. Then I'll walk you through the most common types of AI risks that organizations face today. We'll also look at a few real-world examples so you can connect these risks to practical situations. And finally, I'll show you how organizations are approaching AI risk management using frameworks and structured processes. So whether you're a professional, a manager, or just curious about AI, this will give you a solid foundation. One of the biggest challenges with AI is that many systems operate like a black box. You get an output, but you don't always understand how that decision was made. This lack of transparency creates a serious risk, especially in high-impact areas like hiring, finance, or healthcare. Then there's the issue of bias. AI systems learn from historical data, and if that data contains bias, the AI can amplify it. This can lead to unfair decisions like rejecting qualified candidates or denying loans without valid reasons. We also have security and data risks. AI systems often process large volumes of sensitive data, and if not properly controlled, this can lead to data leaks or misuse. On top of all this, regulations are evolving quickly. Laws like the EU AI Act are putting pressure on organizations to demonstrate that their AI systems are safe, fair, and accountable. So managing AI risk is no longer optional, it's becoming a business necessity. Let's break this down in a simple way. AI risk refers to the potential negative outcomes that can arise from the use of AI systems. These risks can impact different areas: accuracy, fairness, security, and compliance. For example, an AI system might make incorrect predictions because it was trained on poor quality data. That's an accuracy risk. If it treats certain groups unfairly, that's a fairness risk. If it exposes sensitive data, that's a security risk. And if it doesn't comply with legal requirements, that becomes a compliance risk. What makes AI risk unique compared to traditional IT risk is that it is often less predictable. AI systems learn and evolve, which means their behavior can change over time. This makes it harder to fully control or anticipate outcomes. So when we talk about AI risk, we're really talking about understanding where things can go wrong and putting controls in place to minimize those impacts. There are several key types of AI risks that organizations need to be aware of. The first is bias and discrimination. This happens when AI systems make unfair decisions due to biased training data. Next is data leakage. AI models, especially large language models, can sometimes expose sensitive information if they are not properly designed or controlled. Another important risk is lack of explainability. Many AI models, particularly complex ones, do not provide clear reasoning for their decisions. This creates challenges when you need to justify outcomes. We also have security risks, such as adversarial attacks where attackers manipulate inputs to trick AI systems. And finally, regulatory risk. Organizations must ensure compliance with evolving laws and standards related to AI. Failing to do so can result in penalties and reputational damage. Let's make this more real with a few examples. There have been cases where AI hiring tools showed bias against certain groups because the training data reflected historical hiring patterns. As a result, qualified candidates were unfairly screened out. In financial services, AI-based loan approval systems have raised concerns because they sometimes reject applications without clear explanations. This creates both fairness and compliance issues. Another example is with chatbots or AI assistants. In some cases, these systems have unintentionally exposed sensitive information due to poor controls or training data issues. These examples highlight an important point. AI risk is not theoretical. It's already happening in real-world scenarios, and organizations need to proactively manage it. To manage AI risk effectively, Organizations are adopting structured approaches. One of the key steps is conducting AI risk assessments. This involves identifying potential risks, evaluating their impact, and deciding how to mitigate them. Organizations are also setting up governance frameworks. This means defining roles and responsibilities, establishing policies, and ensuring oversight of AI systems. Controls are then implemented to reduce risks. For example, bias testing, access controls, and validation checks. Finally, continuous monitoring is critical. AI systems are not static, they evolve over time, so organizations need to regularly monitor performance, detect issues, and take corrective actions. Frameworks like the NIST AI Risk Management Framework provide guidance on how to structure these activities. So, to wrap this up, AI risk is about understanding the potential negative impacts of using AI systems. These risks can take many forms: bias, data leakage, lack of transparency, security threats, and compliance challenges. The key takeaway is that AI risk needs to be managed proactively. Organizations can't treat AI like traditional IT systems. They need structured approaches, governance frameworks, and continuous monitoring to ensure these systems remain safe and reliable. If you understand these fundamentals, you're already ahead of most professionals working with AI today. If you want to go deeper and actually learn how to assess and manage AI risk step by step, I've created a complete course that walks you through real frameworks, examples, and templates. I've also included a free AI risk checklist that you can start using immediately in your organization. You'll find both links in the description below. And if you found this video useful, consider subscribing. I'll be sharing more practical content on AI risk governance and security.